Hey, how's it going? My name is John Rice. My postal code is R95TW92. This is the three monologues I'm going to do are Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet, and the author is Shakespeare. And then I'm going to do a monologue by Shakespeare, this Henry IV, and the character is Prince Henry. And then I'm going to do a monologue from The Odd Couple by Neil Simon, and the character's name is Oscar. And then I'm going to sing a song called Merrily We Go Along, and it's song time, and the character is Charlie. That's it. Okay, thank you. Oh! Then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies o'er men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes are made of long spinner's legs, her covers of the wings of grasshoppers, her traces of the smallest spider's web, her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner is a small grey-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub, time out of mind the fairies' coachmakers. And in this state, she gallops night by night through lovers' brains. And then they dream of love, or courtiers' knees who dream of curtsies straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream of fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry map with blisters plagues, because the breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. This is the very mab that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakes their elf-locks in foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag that when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she. Pardon me, my liege, but for my tears, the moist impediments unto my speech. I had forestalled this deep and dear rebuke ere you with grief it spoke, and I had heard the course of it so far. There is your crown, and he who wears the crown immortally long guarded yours. If I affected more than as your honour and as your renown, let me no more from this obedience rise, which my most inward, true, and duteous spirit teacheth this prostate and exterior bending. God witness with me. When I here came in and found no course of breath within your majesty, how cold it struck my heart. If I do feign, oh, let me in my present wildness die, and never live to show the incredulous world the noble change that I purposed. Coming to look on you, thinking you dead, and dead almost, my liege, to think you wore. I spake unto this crown as having sense, and thus upbraided it. The care on thee depending hath fed upon the body of my father. Therefore thou best of gold art worst of gold, other less fine and carat is more precious, preserving life and medicine potable, but thou most fine, most honoured, most renowned hast let thy bearer up. Thus, my most royal liege, I put it on my head to try with it, as with an enemy that had before my face murdered my father. The quarrel of a true inheritor. But if it did infect my blood with joy, or swell my thoughts to any strain of pride, if any rebel or vain spirit of mine did, with the least affection of a welcome, give entertainment to the might of it, let God forever keep it from my head, and make me as the poorest vassal is, that doth with awe and terror kneel to it. Okay. Hello? Oscar the poker player here. Who's speaking, please? Who are you looking for? Dabby. Dabby? No, there's no Dabby here. Oh, Daddy! Hey, Christ's sakes, it's my kid Brucey. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Yes, it's Daddy. Hey, come on, give me a break. Okay, my kid Brucey's on the phone. He's calling all the way from California, so must be costing him a fortune. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I got your letter. Yeah, it took 3 weeks. Yeah, so next time, okay, tell Mammy to put a stamp on it. Yeah, but you're not supposed to draw it on, Brucey. Mammy wants to talk to me. Okay. Look after yourself, okay, soldier? Love you. Hey, Blanche. How are you doing? Yeah, I think I know why you're calling. I'm a week behind on the check. 4 weeks. That's not possible, Blanche. Because it's not possible, because I keep a record of of all the checks, and I know that for a fact that I'm only 3 weeks behind. I'm doing the best that I can. Don't threaten me with jail, Blanche, okay? Because it's not a threat, okay? With my expenses and my alimony, a prisoner takes home more pay than I do. Nice, in front of the kids. You know, don't say that you're going to have my salary attached, Blanche. Just say goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah, I made $100 behind an alimony. So that's up the stakes. And if I wanted too much, was that such a mistake at the time? You never wanted enough, alright tough, I don't make that a crime. And as it's going along, you take for granted some love will wear away. We took for granted a lot, but still I say it could have kept on growing instead of just kept on. We had a good thing going. Gone. Hey, so my experience would consist of, you know, I want to say I started acting when I was 21, but I just wanted a little bit of backstory or whatever. I was the class clown for everywhere all the time for my life. That is my life. That's my role as the clown. And that's at home, on sports teams, always growing up. You know, comedy was a big thing for me always growing up. Huge thing, really. Me and my brother is a comedian, quite a successful comedian. And we'd watch comedy all the time. You know, we started with the UK office and stuff, and we couldn't believe that. That just blew our minds. And but UK comedies in general, Fawlty Towers, Spaced, they're it. You know, the thick of it. I'll stop wasting time on this now. But yeah, so and me and my brother would have comedy hour then a lot of nights, you know, where we'd just try and make each other laugh. We didn't know, it wasn't with any hopes or anything, it's just something that we did. And I'm the youngest of four boys. Anyway, going to my experience then, I've done all the plays I could possibly do in the Drama Society in Galway, and I've done stuff outside. I went to North Carolina on an Erasmus, and I did 2 Shakespeare plays over there. I did a Shakespeare play as well. I played Shylock in The Merchant of Venice in Roth House in Kilkenny, a place that's like 420 years old, like as old as a play. It was class. And then, but in North Carolina, I won Best Actor in an undergrad, for all the undergrad productions, for playing Brutus in Julius Caesar. And I also played Mercutio for Juliet and Romeo. The roles were reversed. Interesting. It worked. And then, okay, so yeah, I did a little bit with the Abbey. I'm gonna name drop the Abbey here, and I did a production with them for the Kilkenny Arts Festival last summer. So, and that was, you know, so I didn't actually act in their theatre, but that was a, you know, big deal for me. I actually got the audition while I was in North Carolina. I did it over on video as well. Yeah, that brings me up to now. Like, if you ask me why I wanted to be an actor, you know, I would say I don't. you know, an actor is a very narrow term for me. I don't know what it is, but I am. You know, I am what I am. You know, I am this performer, every facet. You know, I said I played sports all my life. I love athleticism. I love the body. But an actor, you know, I'd love to be a comedy actor. I'd love to be some kind of I love every kind of performance. You know, I love singing. I'd love to be a rock star. You know, I'd love all these things. And I don't know where I'll go if I don't get into RADA, if I don't get into Lambda or all the places that I'm applying for. You know, I'll be still getting up. You know, like during lockdown, for instance, I did animal exercises on my own for hours a day, just out in the garden, and you know, nobody liked me. My neighbours, nobody liked me. The people in the house didn't like me. It was just, I needed to do that to keep sane, ironically, but you know, that's just something I naturally do. I get up and just start pick up the guitar or start writing and perform, take videos of myself. I take videos all the time of this, like this, often. It helps me parse out thoughts because, you know, I don't consider myself a very bright guy, and in conversations I panic. Because I need to say dumb shit first, you know, before I get to the good parts. And so I use a video and talk to the video to try just really kind of solidify some opinions of mine or whatever. What are some of my hobbies? Have a minute left. So just to finish off on that point, I would absolutely love to get trained in RADA, to be part of that tradition, to I mean, you're the best. I'm not gonna pander, you know, you're great, you're the best, you know, and I would love to be trained by the best, of course, you know, and I'm ready to be immersed in that and work harder than, you know, it's just in my natural, it's just natural, I think, to me, and I'm ready. I need to be trained somewhere, you know. That's the dream right now. That's the mission, to be trained, and I would love that. Other interests, you know, I've really named out all my interests. I'm doing creative stuff all the time. I love meditation, is a big interest of mine. It's been part of my daily routine for about 4 years now, and different types and stuff like that. Like some movement, animal exercise, music, love music. Grown up on the Beatles, absolutely, I am a fanatic, and I won't go in because I don't have time to go in for. Oh God, yeah, I've gone way over now. So, thank you for your time. If you've made it this far, thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.